Well, good Monday morning. My name is Wayne, and welcome to Monday Mornings with Wayne. Well, hey, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me on this Monday morning. This week I want to talk about a job I applied for. It's the first time in my life that I've applied for a job based on what I want to do more than where I want to live. I applied for a youth pastor position, which is something I wanted to do for most of my life, and it's exciting and scary at the same time. I made a list of some of the things that we'd have to give up to take this job. It's down just south of Portland, Oregon, which isn't super far. I've told friends it's kind of on the border of where my wife feels like we're still close enough to family to be able to see them as much as we need to. And for me, it's far enough away from Portland that it doesn't make me want to throw up. So it's really a win-win situation. But some things that we would have to give up would be obviously the closeness we have currently with our family and friends, our house, which I don't really like moving, so that's a little bit of a deal. Our current church family at East Hills in the Grove, who we love serving with and just seeing every weekend and during the week. And that would be a huge deal to give up. I'd have to give up golfing so often with my friend Lauren, as well as the job and security that I currently have, and my graphics, which I've done a lot of work in. This behind me is in my graphics. My other set is in my graphics. My Polish flag is in my graphics, but I'm pretty sure I could take that with me. But those are things I'd have to give up if we ended up getting this job as a youth and community life pastor that I've applied for. And those are all kind of a big deal, but they're less of a big deal than they were before we applied. Because at the top of the list for what we would gain is pursuing what we feel like God is calling us to and how He has made my wife and I and our family. Being able to use our gifts to serve, being able that to be my vocation and what I can pour my whole self into. So looking at that, and if this is what God has for us, it will be hard to leave friends. It will be hard to leave our house and our home where we've lived as a family since my son was born. But I know that it will totally be worth it because it will be what God is calling us to. It will be what He has for us. And I know there'll be struggles. I know it'll be hard to step into that role. And I know it'll be scary. But I also know that if God has this for us, if this is the path that God's going to allow us to go down, that He will be there and care for us, that He'll be there in the midst of the struggles and the problems that we'll face in trying to move and making new friends and getting used to a new church family and serving there. So with that list of things that are going to change, they've really started to seem small, and while I love them dearly, I love the friends we have in Longview, I love being 10 minutes away from my parents. If God opens the doors and we're able to get this position, then I know that God will take care of those things, that we'll still be able to see our friends, and that God will open doors to so much more that we've been looking forward to for years. It's also amazing. My wife at first was like, I don't want to leave Longview, and I totally understand that. And as we've just been praying about this opportunity, she's like, I'm not excited maybe to leave. I don't want to leave. But she's excited about the possibilities that exist with the position. So if you're a praying person, you know me, I appreciate your prayers as we seek God for what He has for my wife and I, as well as for this church. So thank you for taking a little bit of time to spend this Monday morning with Wayne. I hope that you have a great week.